Hello everyone and welcome to this video about how to scan event log information with Lansweeper. Now we're here on our asset overview page, and as you can see at the bottom there's some recent event log entries that have been automatically retrieved during our normal Windows scan. Now aside from the summary here, we also have a specific tab for Windows event log information. On this page you get a detailed overview of all the event logs that have been scanned, as well as all the additional information they provide, so that you can take a look and find any issues that might have been going on that specific machine. At the top of the page you can also filter for the specific event source that you want to see. So you get a list of different event sources and you can simply select one and see which event logs have been retrieved for that specific source. Now obviously this is very useful for various reasons, going from security to troubleshooting issues, and it's useful for one specific machine, but obviously we're interested in also finding event logs of other machines and managing them over an entire network. So for that we'll head over to reports and take a look at one of the event log reports that we have for our entire network. Now in this report we get an overview of all the events, all the error events that are generated in the last 7 days. Regardless of machine. As you can see, there's plenty of information like asset name, domain, users, IP address, manufacturer models, etc. And at the very end we get event log specific information, in this case for the error events. The system names are also hyperlinked, so if you mouse over one of the devices you can simply navigate to that asset's specific page, so you can get more detailed information about either the event log itself or the specific hardware or software that is located on that machine. Now aside from error events, Lansweeper also scans the other Windows event log entries. So we'll head over to a report for a different type of entry. So here we added a custom report that is available on our forum. Now in this report we get an overview of all the failed login events that have been retrieved, along with the asset name, the account that was trying to log in, the account domain, the reason as to why this event was created, and also the time the event was generated. So obviously this report is very useful to try and find people who might not remember their password, but also to identify machines that might be under attack with a specific brute force method or other types of attacks. Now obviously this is just one example of what you can do with our event log scanning. Obviously you can create a report on any event that is scanned by Lansweeper, so you can get a report and then get it alerted to you as well. So talking about alerts, we have two different types of alerts. First we have the report alerts, which basically sends you a copy of the report based on a specific time interval. So in our previous case where we had the failed audit event, you could schedule this report to be sent to you every day, so you can have an overview of all the failed audit events of the past day. Aside from the report alerting, we also have a specific event log alert that I will actually notify you as soon as a specific event has been scanned on one of your machines. So this is very useful for when you want to monitor critical events that need action as soon as they are scanned. So I'll quickly show you how we create one of the event log alerts. You can see there's a email event log alerts area. Now all you have to do here is make sure that you add a event filter. Once you click on the add event filter button, you will get an overview of all the events that have been scanned in your network so far. But obviously you can also add your own specific event ID if the event hasn't been scanned yet in your network. This overview also shows the total amount of times a specific event has already been scanned, and it is organized by the total number of times that the event has also been scanned already. So as a test here, we'll quickly just select one that has a little bit less. We'll do the application hang and then hit OK. And then all we have to do now is select an email group to which this specific alert will be sent as soon as it's been scanned. So email groups will have to be configured slightly above the event log alert. You have a specific area there for adding email addresses to a specific email group. The combination of event log alerts and the report alert mailing really give you a wide variety of options to keep an eye on your critical events in your network environment. Next up, we'll take a look at how we can get this information from your network First thing you'll need to do is head over to lansweeper.com and start your free trial. Download Lansweeper. Once you have it installed, you can just do a IP range scan and then you'll end up on the dashboard. Now that our network has been scanned, we'll head over to the Assets tab and you can see a lot of different types of assets have already been pulled in. Now obviously we're interested in event log information that is automatically retrieved with scanning Windows computers. So there's no extra configuration needed for the standard event scanning. Now the standard event scanning contains error events only. So if you want to scan other types of events like success audit or failed audit events, you'll have to enable some extra options in the configuration. So we'll head over to configuration server options and then we'll scroll down to the event log scanning area. Now here you have the other additional event logs that you can scan. So if you want to scan them, just simply enable them. Now, obviously you have to take into account that this does take up extra data into your database. To help you manage the data that is in your database and how much data your event log scanning takes up, obviously we also have some cleanup options. So if you head back to the top of this page, under history cleanup options, by default event log entries will be deleted after 60 days. Obviously you can change this if your database doesn't have sufficient data available. Or the other way around works as well. If you want to keep your event log entries for a longer period of time, you can just make this interval higher. So next we'll head over to scanning. So on our scanning page here, we have an overview of all our scanning targets that we have currently created. So there's a wide range here of both Active Directory, workgroup, IP range, asset groups, Azure, AWS, etc. What we want to do is take a look at the specific event log scanning methods that we have. Now do note that the event log scanning methods are designed to only scan event log information. So this is to allow you to scan event log information at a higher frequency than the standard Windows scanning. So examples for this use case would be servers that you want to monitor closely or specific Windows machines that need your attention as soon as anything goes wrong. Those would be perfect use cases for these kind of scanning targets. So within Lansweeper, there are two specific event log only scanning targets. We have the Active Directory path event log only scanning target, and then the Windows computer event log only scanning target. Both these scanning targets are very similar to their normal counterparts. The only difference is that these scanning targets will only retrieve event log information and nothing else. So obviously when adding one of these scanning targets, you'll have to add the information about the target and the domain, workgroup, NetBIOS. And then at the bottom, you can select the interval at which the scanning target will scan that specific machine. So this was the short introduction on how to scan Windows event log information with Lansweeper. Obviously, there's much more that Lansweeper scans and can do. So if you want to learn more, you can download our trial on our website or take a look at the following videos.